Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Mahfouz Iqbal, lecturer, Department of English, Kilgo Model University College. And this is the class of honors third year student. Hello, my dear student. How are you? I know that you all are fine. I'm also fine. So today I'm discussing a very important course, Introduction to Linguistics. And after a long time, I'm coming here in front of you to take a class. So this is very important course, and today I'm taking a very important chapter, chapter 9, Sociolinguistics. And when you are hearing my lecture, so be attentive. Okay. So let's start. At first, the chapter name is we find that the chapter name is Sociolinguistic. Here we find two things: society. Socio means society. Linguistic, we find that the language is a scientific study of a language. So there is a correlation with society and language. Okay. So in normal sense, I just say that it is the study of the use of language in society. Sociolinguistic mean it is the study of the use of language in a society. Is use of language in a society. So I am a language specialist, or Harrison say something about sociolinguistics. I just saying you something about Harrison. Harrison, Harrison said that it is a study of language in relation to society. There is a study of language which is relation, which having some relation with the society. Society, the language is related with society, because our society having lots of people, lots of class, here is the gender friction. We find the age, ethnic group, dialect, as a lot of thing we find it. Here, I say that sociolinguistics examines how social structure influences the way people talk, and how language variation are related with social features such as class, sex, and age. The class, I mean higher class and lower class people's sentence structure, choosing vocabulary, utterance, that all are not same. Okay, that all are not same. When we go to the gender, there is a boys and girls, choosing sentence, choosing vocabulary is not the same. The aged person is also same. The teenage or age, the not using the same language, not using the same vocabulary, not using the same style of their sentence. So this is associated. This is the variation of language in our society. We find that, and then we say that this means it is the society. It is a society that determines how to use language in an appropriate way. How we are using our language in the appropriate or in the right way. How to deal with different social aspects like gender, ethnicity, social status, etc. I again say that this depend on the social status, depend on the gender, discrimination, ethnically, they all are depending in our society. If we find that in a society, the language is varied. There's a lot of variation in language in our society. So uh, sociolinguistic, normally we say that it is the use of language in a society. So this is the sociolinguistic. Are you understand? Okay. If you more understanding, you need more understanding, go to the your text and reading the text, and you're clearly so much clear. Okay. Okay, today I'm discussing about another some topics. Here we find that in a sociolinguistics, varieties of language, varieties of language system. Here we find is today I'm discussing about dialect, pidgin, um, dialect and pidgin, and they are so much important topics for you. So today I'm discussing, and now I am discussing about dialect. You know that dialect. This is the question coming from 2012 or 13 in NU questions, board of questions, we find the dialect and the register. We find register is coming National University question is 2013, and PISM. And the three topics are all are so much important. And varieties of we find the varieties of language in our society. So this is the varieties of language, and today I'm discussing. Okay, first we are discussing about dialect. Okay, what's the meaning of the dialect? The meaning in Bengali is called উপভাষা বা আঞ্চলিক ভাষা বা কথ্য ভাষা. We are finding in this word in our grammatic Bengali grammar we find it. Okay, so dialect, the term stands for a variety of language. This stand of variety of language in our society is spoken in one part of a country or by the people belonging to particular social class, which is different in some vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation from other forms of the same language. The language is here is the main purpose here is the language is same. All are we are talking in Bengali, but the choice of vocabulary, the grammatical settings, the punctuation, they are different because of our social class, because of our social status, our social class, our region, and our country. That's our difference. That's our difference. Which is the dialect, because the difference is differentiation finding in social class, in region purpose. Okay, so again I am saying that it's different in some vocabulary, grammar and punctuation from other forms of the same language. So forms are different but language is same. Style is different, language is same. Grammar, choosing vocabulary, they also all are different but language is same. There is a dialect is variety of language according to users. A language can have several dialects, whereas a dialect is often associated with a particular meaning. What is the meaning of the accent? Accent meaning বাংলায় আমরা যেটাকে বলি, I'm interpreting sometime in Bengali. Accent mean উচ্চারণ ভঙ্গি, আমাদের উচ্চারণের যে স্টাইল সেটার কথা বলছে. যে a language can have several dialects. The language lot of having some dialects in a language, whereas the dialect is often associated with a particular accent. Particular accent meaning higher people accent and lower class people accent is not same. The Borishal, the Noakhali, and Dhaka, and the people of Dhaka, their accent is not same. Accent is different. Okay, so however, from the linguistic standpoint, all prestige meaning famousness. Every language, every dialect has his own prestige, and it is found that gaining status, a dialect becomes the standard variety or standard language of a country. So your language style, your standard language using are meaning here the gaining status. When the people of Gulshan, the people of Banani, the Gulshan, and the people of others place are not using same Bengali language, but having sometime we find that they are using sometime two in a sentence, 3 or 4 sentence, 3 or 4 word. We find that in a sentence with 3 or 4 word or 5 or 6 word, there are almost 3 word is in English and 3 word is in Bengali. So this is the style of the people who are talking in Gulshan areas people. So this is a dialect. Okay, we find 2 dialects here, 2 major dialects. One is the social dialect and other is regional dialect. One is social dialect and other is regional dialect. Here we find the social dialects. First talking about social dialects. It is spoken by the people of a specific society. and the specific society people are just saying this language. It can have its own distinctive accent, vocabulary, grammar, and so on. Their own, the accent is on there, and the vocabulary is there, and the grammar is there. For example, the language of the lower class and the language of the higher class people are fully different. Their accent, their grammar choice, their vocabulary choice, they're fully different. Their choice are fully different. So this is nice example. The class of lower people, the class of higher people, dialect system, a language system, using the language in their society. They all are talking about same language like Bengali language. Okay, and next we find the regional dialect. Regional dialect mean is they depend on the place. Depend on place. Okay, it is not in class. Society, in a social dialect we find the class, upper, lower class. Okay, and regional dialect we find the region or area in a society, in a country. Okay, a regional dialect is spoken by the inhabitants of a particular region, territory, or geographical area, like Bandarban, like Khagrachori, where the ethnic people are living. So their intonation, their utterance, their choice of vocabulary, their sentence structure not the same in the people of Bengal, in the people of Dhaka, not the same. So this is depend on the social dialect and regional dialect having a difference. The difference is the class. Social dialect we find the higher class and lower class, and regional dialect we find the region, territory, or geographical area. This is the difference. It is again different from other dialects by its own accent, vocabulary, grammar, and the like. For example, the dialect of Marmanshing, the dialect of Borishal, the dialect of Noakhali, and the dialect of Dhaka are not the same. Okay, are not the same. It's fully different. Okay, the way is different. Okay, understanding? Are you understand? So this is the whole topics of dialect. Okay, so now I'm starting another question, another topics, another important topics. This is a register. Register yeah, this is the very important question. This is a very important topics. It is coming in National University question 2013. We find it 2013. Her register, your meaning say that style. Register is a style. This is the style of your using language. Register is a speech variety used by a particular group of people. This is the variety of speech which is using particular group of people, usually sharing the same occupation or profession. The occupation and profession are same. Their language style, their talking style, their vocabulary choosing, their grammatical perception, they all are the same, because they are a group of people, same group of people, same profession, same occupation. Okay, I'm again saying that a register is a speech variety used by a particular group of people, usually sharing the same occupation or profession. Here we are different some example. The profession like doctors, lawyers, businessmen, engineers, etc. are the same interest. Okay, we find that there is in a register is a particular group of people usually sharing the same occupation or profession. They just using this type of language, and the profession is here is doctors, lawyers, like businessmen, engineers, etc. So again we said that it is simply a rather special case of a particular kind of language being produced by the special social situation. the situation is a special, or when something is a special situation, they are using this type of language. um, a given register often distinguishes itself from other registers by having a number of distinctive words. Yeah, I like there is the word are not similar. What are similar, but using or meaning is difference. The different. Okay, or like for example, love in tennis. You know that word in love in tennis. But in generally, love means something affectionate with one boys and girls, or someone loving some person. But in tennis, we use the word is love. The duck in cricket, we know that, and the word duck interpreting in হাঁস যেটাকে বলা হয় ক্রিকেট খেলাতে আমরা দেখতে পাই ওকে etc. By using words or phrase in particular way, for example in tennis they use love, these type of words, and using in not in playing, not in the any play, but in our normal life or the normal situation we are using this type of word. Okay, so the example is here. So when you go to your text and understand the whole thing. Okay, and this is the register. And if you are so easily understand this two thing, dialect and register, you need the difference you need to understand the difference between dialect and register. When you understand the dialect and the difference between dialect and register, you so easily understand the topics. Okay, and I'm trying to giving you some difference in register and dialect. Again, I am saying that when you are hearing lecture, so be careful and hearing again and again. Okay, again and again, and let's clear all the things. Here we are finding some difference between dialect and register. Number one, register is a language variety according to use. It's a language variety according to use, depend on using. Okay, not user, using. And dialect is a language variety according to user. How a user use his language. Our register is language variety according to use, how use the language. Okay, it may be related to any particular profession or situation. Register may be related any particular profession or situation. Again, I am saying that it is a particular profession or situation. Or dialect is related region or social class. Understanding the difference, this is the very important sentence to understand dialect and register. Again, I said that this is using a particular profession or situation, registered using the particular profession or situation, and a dialect is related with region or social class. Okay, region or social class. Then we again say that it shows what the user of language is doing. In register, it shows what the user of language is doing, and it shows who the user is. Okay, register shows the user of language is doing, or dialect shows who the user is. And finally, the last difference is understanding whole things. Okay, this is the last difference. Register is a set of particular linguistic items to be used in a particular situation. Okay, it's a linguistic items which is using in the particular situation. This is the linguistic items which we used in particular situation. And dialect is a set of linguistic items to be used by people of particular area or class. They are different, same everything is okay, but difference there is particular situation or particular profession register use, or dialect using or particular area or particular class. Okay, or the differences between dialect and register. So my dear student, I know that you all are understanding so clearly the difference, what is dialect and what is register. Okay, what is dialect and what is register. Today I'm discussing about pidgin. Pidgin into one of the pidgin and Creole is one of the varieties of language. So today we are today discussing about pidgin. As a pidgin and dialect is same, having some related, having some relation. So there is pidgin. The another name of pidgin is jargon. Okay, so spatial words or expression. The word is a spatial expression that are used by a particular profession or group and are different for others to understand. So in a line we say that the particular expression, particular words and particular profession, they are talking each other. The profession, the people of same profession are talking or each other, they are communicating with each other with their expression, with their words, but not understanding the other people. This is very difficult for understand. This is very difficult for others to understand. Other people not in the understanding their language. So this is very compact language. Okay. So again, I am saying that pidgin is a special words or expression that are used by a particular profession or group and are difficult for others to understand. Other people don't understand. Just they understand who are this community, who are this profession. Okay, because the word and the expression are only for them. Okay. And to our more saying, I say that here pidgin is a system of communication which has grown up among people who do not share a common language. The people who do not share the common language, they are sharing their language, they are sharing their expression, their technique. Okay, but who want to talk to each other for trading or other reason. They are the trading language. Trading language mean for their business purpose, for their okay. Pidgin has a limited vocabulary and a reduced grammatical structure and much narrow range of functions. Limited vocabulary because they are using for their purpose. The vocabulary is limited because they are using the language for their purpose. Okay, and reduced grammatical structure and much narrow range of function compared to the language which gave rise to them. A pidgin is a contract language. It's only one type of contract language, a mixture of elements from different natural languages. There are some language which are different natural languages mixture here. Its use is usually restricted to certain group, that traders and seamen. Those type of people are using this language. And pidgin are used in some part of Southwest Asia. It is used in Southwest Asia. And Chinese pidgin is another well-known example. Chinese pidgin, and it is the combination of items from Chinese and English to serve the limited purpose of trade. Okay, so that's all the topics and all the things of pidgin. So this is so much important topics. Pidgin, I'm again said that what is pidgin, special word or expression that are used by a particular professional group and are difficult for others to understand. So these three topics today I'm discussing: dialect, register and pidgin. So much important. So read in your home because in this time this is a huge pandemic. So stay home, stay safe and be careful, and take care of your parents. And today's the lecture is ending here, and the next class I'm taking sociolinguistics, like Creole, bilingualism, Creole or bilingualism. I'm trying to discuss some other thing like Creole The glossia, bilingualism. These three topics is so important. So I'm discussing these three topics in my next class, and I'm saying that is for in your text 357 page, language and society. This is important topics. This is important um, Parsi questions. Language and culture, and language and gender. So this is very important for all of you. So my dear student, thank you very much. This is the ending of my class. Be happy. Okay, bye. Khuda Hafiz.